Well, I'll tell you what, this isn't a video that I honestly expected it to be recording. Jonathan Taylor, it came out earlier today. Ian Rappaport put a tweet out somewhere around 11 o'clock today that Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, fresh off of a 91-yard, two-touchdown performance and a win over the Bucks, suffered an injured thumb that is requiring further evaluation and puts his status in doubt going forward. And with that, I honestly thought, okay, it's just the thumb injury. It can't be that crazy. But then right around 4 o'clock, James Boyd put a tweet out, said breaking. Jonathan Taylor will undergo a thumb surgery tomorrow in LA with the hope that he can return in 2 to 3 weeks. And not only is this a massive deal for the Colts as a team, but this is a massive deal for the AFC wildcard picture. Okay, you think where the Colts are, the Colts schedule that we have coming up, like Jonathan Taylor not being around could have a massive impact and have big playoff implications, right? With what the Colts are able to do and what other teams are able to do. Now, luckily for the Colts, the AFC playoff picture, there are a lot of teams around where the Colts are where that, could go either way, right? The Broncos are surging, the Bills are down, the Browns, anything could happen with them because they're great on defense, but obviously their offense is a mess right now. So there are a lot of questions in the AFC. The Colts have an easy schedule for the most part, so they could still pull off some wins. But without JT, that job gets harder, right? But luckily, we do have Zach Moss, who without Jonathan Taylor early in the season was one of the best running backs in the league. He was right there staying up with Christian McCaffrey in terms of rushing yards in the NFL, and he didn't even play week one, right? And with the fact of him not playing week one and Jonathan Taylor taking most of the load over these last few weeks, Zach Moss is still top 10 in rushing yards this season. Now, there have been a lot of injuries, so that's a big reason for it, but nonetheless, he is still top 10, and he's doing it on less carries than everybody else that's in the top 10. So with the negative news, there is a little bit of positive. There is that shining light. At least we have Zach Moss. We have Trey Sermon to back him up. And when we talk about the injury report tomorrow, I'll make sure to, look at the Colts roster, look at the Colts practice squad, and look at some of the free agents, see what we might be able to do to bring in a third running back. But as it sits right now, we're going to be missing JT for the Titans game this Sunday, the Bengals game the week after, and maybe even the Steelers game the week after that. Right. And I think one of the things to take note of is that in this tweet from James Boyd, he said, with the hope that he can return in 2 to 3 weeks. So hopefully we're able to get Jonathan Taylor back sooner rather than later. Obviously, we would love to have him, but nonetheless, even though he's going to be out and we're going to miss him, as long as we're able to continue to win games, then when he comes back, he's going to come back fresh again. Right? He missed the first 4 games this season, comes back, plays a little bit, has the bye week, plays another game, and now he's going to have a couple more weeks off. He's going to be one of the most fresh players going into the playoffs. And with him being the star that he is and him looking as good as he looked against the Bucks, then having him back fresh is going to be so huge. So who knows? This could be more of a, the football gods kind of looking out for our boy, for everything he's been through in his first couple years in the league. A little bit of a setback here in the moment, but looking in the future could help us out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated on this. Any news that comes out about this, any further updates, if we get a concrete timeline on this thing, I'll let you guys know for sure. And again, tomorrow when we talk about the injury report, I'll make sure to try to include, something about the running backs. What could we do for a third running back? So make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on so you get notified when that video comes out. We're going to keep doing the Would You Rather series. And I'd like everybody's opinions on the different things that we're talking about in that series. That'll kind of influence how each video goes. It's kind of a voting system. Which one would you rather have? So, give me your opinions on those videos. If you have friends and family that are Colts fans, go ahead and share it with them. Let me get their opinions. All right. I appreciate you tapping in for this conversation. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.